After dominating a Zimbabwe Select 11, the West Indies will go into the first test match on Saturday morning against Zimbabwe with a lot of confidence and a lot of positive. They know, just like you and I, that the Zimbabwe test team will be a different proposition from the Select 11, which they so ruthlessly dominated. However, in the past, we have seen where West Indies have struggled against these pickup sides. Only recently down in Australia, we struggled against a team made up of mostly players who are on the fringe of their state team and under 21 players. We could not beat that team. Now, take it for what it is. This will give the players a lot of confidence. If Bradway did not score 100, if Da Silva did not score 100, Chase did not make 87, and the bowling looks ordinary, we would be criticizing them. They were ruthless against the Zimbabwe Select 11, and we must applaud them for that. We look forward to see what their performances in the 5-day test match will be like. Clearly, Zimbabwe test team is a much stronger opposition. But I believe that we're going to win. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cricket Forum. Thank you for tuning in. Please slash a like on the video, share, and subscribe. Click on those links in the description and support Best Buy USA and Soulmate Cricket Shoes. I am here this morning to select the West Indies playing 11 for the first test match against Zimbabwe. I have waited until the conclusion of this 3-day match against the Zimbabwe Select 11 before I decided to select the playing 11 for the first test match. I invite you to put your playing 11 in the live chat. Please let us see what your playing 11 will be like. My playing 11 start with the obvious. Craig Brathwaite and Tej Narain will open. No one will disagree with that. They have been our two most dominant batsmen in the series against Australia. And again, in this warm-up match, Craig Brathwaite got 100 before he retired out. Chanda Paul retired out in the second innings. Obviously, they wanted to look at Oldham. Now, so those two will open the innings. At number 3 is where there's a lot of consternation. And I believe that Test cricket is the highest level of cricket. And if you are representing the West Indies at Test cricket, you should not be hid. You should not be shielded. You should step up or you should not play. And while in the past I've called for Joshua Da Silva to bat at number 3, someone put it forward to me that if you take the gloves from Joshua Da Silva and ask him to bat at number 3, and he doesn't do so well, and Thomas is keeping well and making runs, you could not now take back the gloves from Thomas and give it back to Da Silva. So you have to let Da Silva remain with the gloves. And I accept that opinion. I don't think the gloves should be taken away from Joshua Da Silva. So I've changed my opinion from the time when I used to say that Joshua Da Silva, the gloves should be taken away from him and he bat at number 3. I didn't say that not because he's not doing a good job as a wicket keeper, but I think batting at number 3 and keeping would be too much. But then I listened to the opinion that if you take away the gloves from him and he doesn't do well at number 3, because you will be now playing him as a batsman. And if Thomas start keeping very well and start making runs, you could not now take away back the gloves from Thomas. So leave Joshua Da Silva with the gloves. He made the team as a wicket keeper and he has been doing fairly well. So I will not bat him at number 3. Bonner need to step up. If Bonner does not want to bat at number 3, he should not be in the team. He should step up. Bonner should realize that he's not a great batsman. He's a hard worker, and he should be prepared to work hard. Bonner, I think, sometimes wants to be flamboyant, and that is not his style. He's a dogged batsman, and that's when you get the best from Bonner. Bonner should realize that his strike rate is somewhere between 35 and 40. So when he faces 100 balls, he probably only make 40 runs. He should realize that he's that type of batsman and his strike rate is not 60. He should bat at number 3. At number 4 is the obvious choice, the captain, Jermaine Blackwood. Now, we're not going to lambast the squad anymore. They are our team, and it's time for us to support our team. So Blackwood is going to bat at 4. I don't understand why Desmond Haynes, someone who played in probably the greatest test team of all time, and that test team have 6 specialist batsmen in it. And for a tour of Zimbabwe, he picked only 4 specialist batsmen in the squad, much less the team. But as I said, it is time to support those who are in Zimbabwe. So Black would be at 4. Mayers, ideally, I would want Mayers to bat at 6. But because of the situation with this team, Mayers will bat at number 5. So Mayers at bat at number 5. And I think that Mayers will be a key player on this tour. I don't think these Zimbabweans can bat Mayers. Mayers is going to get this red ball to talk. He's going to bowl very well. I will have him at number 5. Preferably, I wanted him to bat at 6. But he's going to slot in at number 5 in this team. At number 6 will be the keeper, Joshua Da Silva. I'll have Joshua Da Silva at number 6. At number 7, I will have Ruston Chase. Ruston Chase made a good half-century in Australia, and then he followed up that with a nice 87 against the Zimbabwe Select 11. They are going to play him as the half-spinner. Now, at number 8, I will have Jason Holder. Jason Holder being allowed to bat when Chanda Paul was asked to retire out and Jason Holder was allowed to bat. That's a clear indication that they want Holder to bat. Joseph, Budakesh Moti, and Gabriel will make up the rest of the 11. Now, Desmond Haynes said that they are taking 2 left-arm spinner to Zimbabwe because the condition favored left-arm spinner. So I do not see them not playing one of the left-arm spinner. Clearly, they will have to play one after that coming from Desmond Haynes. And so Moti getting 2 wickets in the warm-up match and Warrican getting none. I am going for Moti. Now, there's no place in the team for Roach. It would either have been Roach or Holder. And I'm going with Holder, who is the better batsman. That is my 11 for the first test match against Zimbabwe on Saturday morning. Let's see what your 11 is. I hope you have been putting your 11 in the chat. Good morning, everyone. Bonner must grow up and bat at number 3. No more of this childishness. Agree with you. I think that Silva should bat at 4 or 5. Opted Radio. I believe, and I've said it, and you just heard me say it, that I believe that Da Silva could bat as far as number 3. But because of his duties with the gloves, number 5 may not be so bad. 4, I think, is probably too high if he's keeping. So I agree with you. So why can't he keep and bat also? The workload, remember that the workload of the keeper, Damian Simmet, the workload of the keeper is too much to ask him to bat at number 3. It's too much to ask him to keep and to bat at number 3. He is already keeping and batting. Yes, but he gets high. Now, the thing is that if you ask him to bat at 3, so West Indies is in the field for, say, 80 overs, 90 overs, one whole day. They come back in the morning, the other team bat say another 20 overs. Now, he is the keeper. When other players may not concentrate on every delivery, he has to concentrate on every delivery as the keeper. He has to bend down every delivery and get up every delivery. It's hard work being a wicket keeper. If you have ever done it, you know it's hard work. Now, you asked him to bat at number 3. He kept for a day and a half, a day and a quarter, a day and a session. The openers goes out and get 1 ball or out in the first 5 overs or so. And you are asking him to come and bat at number 3. The other players need to step up. The other players need to step up. The other players need to step up. Exactly. It's a Brathwaite in his style. Myers at 4. Okay, Sheldon, good morning all. Please put your team in the comment section. Please put your team in the comment section in batting order. Brathwaite, Chanda Paul, Branner, Blackwood, Chase, Mayers, Da Silva, Odin, Motti, Joseph, Gabriel. That's the same team that I have. Respect. We are thinking the same way. Yeah, he cannot bat at 3 as a keeper. That is too much. I think he's very good at his position as a wicket keeper. That is so true. So I do not expect him to bat at number 3. But this team that I named, I expect it to be the team that will play. Brathwaite will open with Chanda Paul, Bonner, Blackwood, Mayers, Da Silva, Raston Chase, Older Joseph, Budakesh Moti, and Shannon Gabriel. Now on Saturday, I stated that Brathwaite retired out. Now, some in the community had asked me, was he retired out or he retired not out? Now, there are some of you who were thinking that it is retired not out. And one lady asked me to explain. And this has to do with law number 25 of cricket. We oftentimes refer to a batsman or a batswoman, but for this conversation, I will use batsman. But when I said batsman, I'm talking both batsman and batswoman. Just like the Bible. When the Bible spoke about man, I think it spoke about both man and woman in the same language. No, but we're talking about cricket. So I'm going to use batsman to say batsman and batswoman. We often refer to a batsman when he's injured or hurt as retired hurt. The law of cricket does not have a retired hurt. It have retired out and retired not out. When a batsman retired not out, he is either ill or injured and is unable to continue his innings, and it is said that he is retired not out, and if he should recover, he is able to resume his innings if he recovered before his team is all out. So that is retired not out. If you are ill or injured and is unable to continue your innings, you are retired not out. The law said for any other reason, you are retired out. Now, retired out, you would hardly have a batsman really retired out unless it's in some warm-up games like the one that West Indies played against the Zimbabwe Select 11. Brathwaite was neither ill nor injured, so he retired out. Now, retired out doesn't usually happen in Test cricket. But in 2001, in a match between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh, the Sri Lankan captain Mahela Jaradini, and Marvan Atapattu, both batsmen retired out, and it caused some controversy that they retired out. Now, there was a match in 1983 at the Antigua Recreation Ground between West Indies and India. Gordon Greenwich was 154 not out overnight when message came through that his daughter was very ill. He retired out and flew to Barbados, but if memory serves me right, his daughter died a few days later. And the captain of India agreed that instead of he retiring out, he should be made retired not out because of the extenuating circumstances. So the law is that you're retired not out if you are hurt, if you are ill or injured during the game and is unable to continue your innings. For every other reason, you are retired out. So I hope I clear that up. I think it's law number 25. So those who were saying that he did not retire out, I'm putting it to you that according to the law of the game, he retired out. The only two times that you can retire not out is when you are ill or injured and is unable to continue your innings. Let's look at the comments. My team, good. I love to see the team coming through. Bradway, Chandapal, Thomas, Blackwood, Chase, Mayers, Da Silva, Oda, Moti, Joseph, and Gabriel. Okay, so you have Thomas instead of Bonner. No problem. Caris, welcome. Good morning. Bradway, Bonner, Blackwood, Silva, Chase, Oda, Joseph, Moti, Roach, and Gabriel. Who do you left out? You left out Mayers. You put in Roach instead of Mayers. Okay, that's good. That's good. I love the different opinion. Bonner will make runs this series. I believe so too, Caris. He will make runs this series and then he'll fail against South Africa. And then the argument is that he made runs against Zimbabwe, so failing one series, he needs another chance. That is what's going to happen. Lower bouncing pitches, fast medium bowlers, and average spinners he enjoy. South Africa, he will get exposed again, unfortunately. There's something I want to mention about Blackwood. I saw Mahiva bowling to Blackwood yesterday, and Mahiva was giving him a lot of trouble. And I'm really wondering if Sikandar Raza is not looking at that and is licking his chops to bowl against Blackwood. Blackwood, although he not out, he did not inspire any confidence. I really hope that he makes some runs I really hope that he will make some runs and come good in the series. Now, the West Indies Regional 4-Day Cricket Tournament starts today. And on Saturday, I previewed the match between the Windward Islands and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force that is going to start today. Tomorrow, Barbados Pride will play the Guyana Harper Eagles. Also tomorrow, the Jamaica Scorpion will play the Leeward Islands Hurricane. This morning, I'm just going to take a quick look at the match between the Guyana Harper Eagle and the Barbados Pride. Now, this is the Barbados Pride squad on the screen. When you look at that squad, they're, as usual, I think that this is a very close match. It's going to be a very close match, and I think it will be a first innings match. I do not see any team beating the other team in 4 days. They are two good teams. The three players that I'm looking forward to in particular, and this is not that I like players over any other, and I want all players to do well. But these are my three players on this Barbados Pride team that I'm looking forward to. Akeem Jordan, the medium pace all-rounder, who swings this red ball a lot. Shamar Springer, another medium pace all-rounder. I'm expecting to come to the fore. And I don't know if they are going to play Kevin Wickham. Kevin Wickham is a product of the West Indies Cricket Academy. So he's also an all-rounder, but I don't think they will play the three all-rounder. So I'm looking to see Akeem Jordan, Shamar Springer, and Nicholas Curtin. I really want to see Nicholas Curtin. I want him to get some runs this season. So those are the three players. Those are my three picks in the Barbados Pride team. And again, I'm not saying that other players won't perform, but these are the three players that I will have my eyes on in this Barbados team. The Guyana RP Eagle team, the team that make the most noise leading up to the tournament. We saw in a press conference where the president, I think Seram is the name of the president, the Guyanese may correct me, Seram the name of the president, and the former West Indies fast bowler, Colin Stewart, I saw where both of them clash at the press conference. So there was a verbal barrage between both the president and Colin Stewart at the press conference. And this have to do with the fact that Leon Johnson, the captain of the team, was not notified about the team before it was released to the public. Leon Johnson himself said that he knows nothing about the team. He was not asked to participate in the selection of the squad, and he only learned about the squad on social media, on Facebook to be exact. He said that the first time he saw the squad was on Facebook. Another argument in the Guyana's camp leading up to the match is that the left-arm spinner, Anthony Adams, have been left out. And we saw where a number of past players, including the former West Indies captain Ramnarit Sarwan, is eating out at the exclusion of Anthony Adams from the Guyana Happy Eagle teams. So there's been a lot of noise coming out of the Guyana Happy Eagle camps. We hope that they labor to put it behind them and they will have a good match against Barbados. Now, the three players who I'm looking forward to see in this Guyana team, one is Shamar Joseph. Not much is known about Shamar Joseph, but I just think that there's a special player there. Shamar Joseph, who was a security guard, decided not to continue his job as a security guard. He resigned from his job and decided to take up cricket 1 year ago, and he's in the Guyanese team. He's a fast bowler. I know not much about him, but I just love this type of story. His family backed him. He has a 1-year-old daughter, and his fiancée is backing him, and they are supporting him fully, allowing him to play cricket. I just love this type of story, and I just hope and wish that Shamar Joseph does well. So Shamar Joseph, along with the much talk about Tevin Imlach, he's a wicket keeper. He can bat. I know he can bat, but batting is also about scoring runs. And I hope that Tevin Imlach come to the party. The other person who is a late call-up to the team, Kevoy Savory, I am looking forward to Kevoy Savory. I think he will open the innings, and I will want to see what he can do. So my 3 pick for the Guyana Happy Eagles is Kemal Savory, Tevin Imlach, and Shamar Joseph. I just love the romance of Shamar Joseph's story. So in this match between the Barbados Pride and the Guyana Happy Eagle, I really think that is going to be a very, very close match, and I do not want to call a winner. I think the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force will beat the Windward Island Volcanoes in the match starting today in just over an hour time. It's on the West Indies YouTube channel, so you can watch that match live on the West Indies YouTube channel. Now, tomorrow morning, I'll preview my team, the Jamaica Scorpion versus the Leeward Islands Hurricanes. Now, let me take your last chat. Please remember, slash a like on the video, share and subscribe. How you doing, John P. Nicol? It's a long time I haven't heard from you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, John P. Nicol. Long time I always like to hear from you, John P. Nicol. My team, Brathwaite, Chana Paul, Thomas, Bonner, Blackwood, Mayers, Chase, Da Silva, Holder, Joseph, Gabriel. I was also looking at that team. I look at that team now. That's a good team you're having, and that may well be the team. That may well be the team. But Desmond Haynes said that the pitches in Zimbabwe are going to favor slow left-arm spinner. If the chief selector comes out and said that, that is why I don't think that they will pick a team without Moti and or Warrican. That's why I think they're going to play one of the left-arm spinner because of what the chief selector said. Remember, the chief selector was so confident that the pitches in Zimbabwe at Bulawayo is going to favor left-arm spin so much that he picked 2 left-arm spinner instead of even a 5th specialist batsman. So that's why I think, John P. Nicol, that they will play the left-arm spinner. But that team you have on the chart there, I fully understand it, and it may well play because they are going to say that Chase is a half spinner. But that's a good team. That's a very good 11. I want to see Shamar Springer come good. A lot of talent. True Caris 87. I think he's a lot of talent. There's some what I got about Shamar Springer is that as a member of the Jamaica Scorpion in the CPL, he did not work as hard as one expected him to. But in the regional Super 50, when he was playing for the Barbados Pride, I heard that he was a lot more serious than in the CPL. Want to see Bramble get runs and push for a spot on the West Indies team. Well, that's always nice. I want to see everyone succeed. I do not wish anyone any bad. I want to see all succeed. I just list my choice of the 3 top players who I think and who I'm looking forward to see perform in this tournament. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Please smash a like on the video, share, and subscribe. And continue to put your team in the comment section. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved one. One love.